Arezzo began as a prominent Etruscan city, later became a Roman municipium, and a junction on the Via Cassia. In the Middle Ages, it was a combative commune, then passed to the Medici, and finally to unified Italy, preserving layers that speak to one another. Nicknames: City of Gold for its goldsmith district, City of Petrarch and Vasari for its great mines, and sometimes City of the Four Wards for its neighborhood passion. Spirit: industrious, proud, and welcoming, fond of artisanal precision, quick wit, and shared traditions. Culture: the joust of the Saracen, twice a year in Piazza Grande, museums, and churches with works by Piero della Francesca and Vasari, festivals, markets, and showcases throughout the year. Geography: in eastern Tuscany, between the Val d'Arno, Val di Chiana, Casentino, and Val Tiberina, at the foot of the Apennines. The climate is temperate, with dry summers and cold yet luminous winters. Urban structure: the historic center is gathered on a hill, encircled by walls, opening onto theatrical squares. Residential neighborhoods and production areas spread across the plain, with hamlets that maintain their own identity. Location: between Florence, Siena, and Perugia, a natural hub between the Tyrrhenian and the Adriatic, close to parks, Romanesque parish churches, abbeys, and walled towns. Wards: Porta Crucifera, Porta del Foro, Porta Sant'Andrea, and Porta Santo Spirito, each with its colors, headquarters, processions, drummers, and a very active community. Urban landscape: Piazza Grande with Vasari's loggias, the Pieve, parish church, the cathedral, San Domenico, and San Francesco, stone alleys, goldsmith workshops, palaces, and green ramparts. Daily life: coffee at the counter, shopping at the market, strolling under the loggias on rainy days, aperitif in the square, youths practicing ward drumming, students between libraries and classrooms, artisans at the workbench. Economy: a goldsmith district with design and microcasting, fashion and leather goods, mechanics and digital services, agriculture with olive oil, wine, and the Chianina cattle breed, cultural and outdoor tourism. Transport: direct link to the A1 motorway, expressways toward Siena and Perugia, a station on the Florence-Rome line with regional and intercity trains, extensive urban and intercity buses, taxis, an expanding bike network, and hills within strolling distance. Car sharing is growing and the bus station has been refurbished. People: straightforward Aretini, expert shopkeepers, master goldsmiths, students at the university campus, professionals, food artisans, widespread volunteerism, and pilgrims and travelers who return for the city's understated atmosphere. Hospitals: San Donato Hospital is the city's main reference point with an emergency department. And specialist wards. Across the territory, there are additional facilities, outpatient clinics, and services run by the Tuscany Southeast Local Health Authority. Thermal centers: in the province and nearby, historic springs such as the Bagni di Setica in Casentino, and just over the border, the waters of Rapolano. Facilities for wellness, mud therapy, and respiratory treatments. Immunology centers, analysis laboratories, immunohematology, and dedicated outpatient services at San Donato and in territorial hubs with prevention networks and vaccinations. University: the Arezzo campus of the University of Siena at Pianta hosts education sciences, humanities, and intercultural communication. In the province, the Center for Geotechnologies operates, higher technical institutes, ITS, and branches of online universities are active. Ski lifts: there is no ski area in the municipality, but Monte Amiata and Abetone can be reached quickly. The Casentino Apennines offer trails, MTB loops, and winters sometimes suitable for cross-country skiing. Typical foods: chicken liver crostini, ribollita, papa al pomodoro, pappardelle with wild boar, tortello alla lastra, porchetta from Monte San Savino, Casentino ham, Chianina beef, sheep's cheeses, honey, mushrooms, and chestnuts. Typical wines in 2025. Chianti Colli Aretini DOCG, Cortona DOC, notably Syrah, Valdichiana Toscana DOC, IGT from the Arezzo area, and Vinsanto. Wineries focused on sustainability and identity. Typical wildlife. Wild boar and roe deer in the woods, the Apennine wolf in the Casentinesi forests, national park, porcupines in the fields. Hares and pheasants on the hills, birds of prey along the ridges, and rich riverine bird life along the Arno and the Serfone. Events and seasons. Beyond the joust, the large antiques market enlivens every first weekend. Sacred and choral music in the basilicas, film and theater series, exhibitions, agricultural fairs, and harvest festivals. Education and research. Historic schools, technical institutes linked to design, goldsmith laboratories, public libraries, archives, and art foundations that support local enterprises. Sustainability, urban parks, tree-lined ramparts and boulevards, expanding cycle paths, emerging energy communities, and building restorations attentive to stone, terracotta, and pitched roofs. Tourism. Short stays centered on masterpieces, romantic weekends, cycle tourism among parish churches and vineyards, pilgrimage routes to La Verna and Camaldoli, hands-on shop experiences to watch a jewel being made. Safety and services, efficient civil protection and civic associations, a network of pharmacies, sports centers, and neighborhood libraries that keep the wards vibrant. Social climate. A measured tone, quick humor, debates about wards and local football, pride in showing Piazza Grande to a visiting friend. Identity, a balance between ancient heritage and modern workshops, where goldsmith precision becomes a way of life and the center remains the meeting place. Vision. In 2025, the city aims for high-value manufacturing, sustainable cultural tourism, faster rail connections, a shared university campus, and youthful creativity that brings historic storefronts and workshops back into use.